Hello, this is Top Stories on Viewer Television. My name is Patient Sidi. President Bola Tinubu has arrived New York for the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The Boeing 737 conveying the president and his entourage touched down in New York. President Tinubu was received by Nigeria's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador Tijani Muhammad Bande, and Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tugar. 6 governors and 7 ministers are part of the President's Tinubu 17-man delegation to UNGA. For his first appearance at the annual gathering as Nigeria's president, Tinubu will attend several high-level meetings and engagement with other world leaders and business executives on the sidelines of the General Assembly. The rise in the cost of crude oil, coupled with the depreciation of the naira against the United States dollar, might lead to a hike in the pump price of the premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol oil, marketers stated. It was also gathered that the sharp rise in crude oil price to about $94 per barrel and the crisis around Forex had warranted a gradual increase in the amount being quietly spent at the subsidy on petrol by the federal government. Dealers in the downstream oil sectors explained that the cost of crude oil and the exchange rate of the dollar accounted for over 80% of the cost of PMS. Brent crude, the global benchmark for oil, rose to $94 per barrel on Sunday, the highest figure in 2023. Oil has started the year at about $82 per barrel, dipped to $70 per barrel in June, but traded about $92 per barrel in the past weeks. Spokesperson to the Osun State Governor Olawale Rashid confirmed that Governor Ademola Adeleke and some of his aides recently narrowly escaped an aircraft crashed. Rashid allegedly that the engine of the aircraft carrying the governor might have been tampered with. It was reported in the National Daily that an aircraft carrying Adeleke and some of his aides nearly crashed on September 5th while attempting to take off from Lagos for a journey to Abuja, and Rashid in a statement confirmed the story, adding that initially reports from the initial investigation indicated the possibility of a sabotage. Rashid also said the aircraft was maintained with the best technical crew and was never an unused platform where birds could build nets. Outrage greeted the justification of jumbo pay for National Assembly members and political office holders by the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, which said the lawmakers do not earn outrageously salaries. That's the chairman of the RMA said. Mohammed Shehu told newsmen in Abuja that it was untrue that public officials or office holders were getting jumbo salaries, saying, "I want to disabuse the minds of Nigerians. It is not the true that people are getting jumbo salaries." Last June, the RMAFC boss had said the salary of politicians, judicial and public office holders will be increased by 114%. He said the salary of President Bola Tinubu was less than 1.5 million naira, while ministers earn less than 1 million naira. Shehu said that what was considered outrageous earning were statutory office running costs, which should ordinarily be managed centrally by the National Assembly Service Commission, NASC. There were hints that the suspended Central Bank of Nigeria CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele and other top officials of the bank may face trial after all. This follows the stalling of the plea bargain move between the federal government and the embattled Apex Bank boss. It was learned that Emefiele and the affected officials of the Apex Bank have not made substantial concessions on some reforms expected from them. Sources said that trillions billions of naira were being tracked by a federal agency, but only a few billions of naira were offered as refundable by some of these linked to the suspicious transactions. Emefiele is being held by the Department of State Service (DSS). It was gathered that some interceding faces and forces and Emefiele had not made progress on the plea bargain terms. The cost is clear for Nigerian Airlines to fly to the United Kingdom and Europe following the third country operator certificate obtained by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority for the affected airlines. With the TCO, the airlines designed or designated to the UK or some of the EU nations can apply to operate without much hassle. Based on this, the cost is clear for Air Peace, Nigeria's largest carrier to operate in the UK. It will be recalled that the Air Peace chairman, Mr. Alan Onyema, recently voiced concerns over the denial of Air Peace from flying to London. Apart from Air Peace, OmniBlue Airline also secured the TCO courtesy of the NCAA, even as United Nigeria Airlines had also been designated to fly to the UK. The failure of the federal government to appoint a substantive Auditor General for the Federation is hurting Nigerians' efforts in auditing ministries. Departmental agency of the government findings by newsmen have shown this has also to a greater extent grounded operations of the public accounts of both chambers of the National Assembly. This is because the report of the AUGF, which form the bulk of the job of the committees, have not been filed for 3 consecutive years, 2020, 2021, and 2022. The development has also made it impossible for the government to know the true state of public finances in the various MDAs. Checks by newsmen show that the position of the Auditor General for the Federation became vacant on September 7, 2022, after the retirement of then substantive AUGF Agu Adolphus. Nigeria spent 2.33 trillion on debt service within 6 months, according to a new report by the Debt Management Office. Nigeria's debt servicing suspending in the second quarter of 2023 saw a slowdown, amounting to 849.55 billion. This marked a 43.0% decline from the 1.49 trillion naira spent on debt servicing in the first quarter of 2023. Data from the DMO reveals that in the first quarter of 2023, Nigeria allocated 874.13 billion naira for servicing domestic debt and $801.36 million equivalent to 617.35 million naira for external debt servicing totaling 1.24 trillion naira. Servicing expenses amounted to 565.8 billion, while external debt servicing costs reached 368.22 million dollars, resulting in combined total of 1.24 trillion naira, according to data obtained from the DMO. The exchange rate for the DMO, which was $1 to 770.38, was used for external debt services. And that's all on Top Stories. My name is Patient City. Many thanks for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your day and have a wonderful day.